Sorry, yeah, I started recording. So you can see here, like means I created a 7 thread here, and here when I'm creating this thread, you can see it is giving me message create and start thread 1, start thread 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the 0, and then it is switching back and giving me the message before joining thread 0, finishing thread 0 done, means the task thread 0 is done completely. Now here the question is, you're just saying that thread 0, 1, 2, 3 are done, but what about the subtask? Now it depends on you what thread you wanted to do inside this index. Okay, inside this you can do several operation, like for example, one thread is doing addition, another thread is doing subtraction, another thread is doing multiplication. So based on your requirement you can modify your code. I'm just given you one example how multiple thread you can create it, and how you can divide the task in between them, and finally you can come to the result. You can see here thread 0 is done, means before switching back to the thread 1, thread 0 they have completed. Now thread 1 is done, now they will going to move to thread 2. So like this it happens. So this is called as a multi-threading. So in multi-threading, what I said you, in multi-threading we divide our task, and that's why the threading is called as a single lightweight unit of program. What do you mean by this? Thread is very light to handle and it does not put a burden on your system. अगर आप लोग ने गेमिंग किया होगा, if you are गेमिंग प्रोग्रामिंग की होगी, या like if you have a लाइक अगर कोई हैवीली टास्क किया होगा मे बी गेमिंग से रिस्पेक्ट में, या कोई प्रोजेक्ट किया होगा, सो आप लोग को मालूम होगा कि लाइक सिस्टम इज completely get burdened when you run this like a large size data, or when you run a gaming software on your system. वो क्यों होता है? because you doesn't having that much configuration. So in that case, अब ये जो हम प्रोग्राम रन करते हैं जावा में और पाइथन में, this program is actually a software only. When you combine all the program together, it become a software. जैसे कि ऑनलाइन एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म में लॉगिन एक प्रोग्राम हो गया, साइन अप एक प्रोग्राम हो गया, पेमेंट एक प्रोग्राम हो गया, इस प्रोग्राम को जब आप कंबाइन करते हो तो एक ऑनलाइन एप्लीकेशन बनता है. सिमिलरली यहाँ पे भी when you combine all this program together, it becomes software. So why not to handle a single program, you use this thread concept. So that's the reason when you use this thread concept, it will going to, when you use this thread concept, so when you use this thread concept, you should have to be use this multi-threading and multi-processing library. So it can divide a task into several core of the processor, and it can help you to reduce somewhat burden on the system, and your system won't be lag, your system won't hang, lag, and it will run the task more easier. Now अगर मैं एक एग्जांपल दूं एटीएम से मनी विड्रॉ करने का, that program is written in the thread only. How it is written in the thread? You are doing several operation at the same time. You can see you are entering your card, it validate your card, it check for the balance on your account, it check for your details, it verify your pin, right? You select the option that it deduct amount from your account, it give you, right? Are you, is it clear, Arush, sorry, Tejas, and ma'am, is it clear to you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, actually one more student is there, Arush, so like while he's for him I am taking this for Python class only, तो वो आरुष का नाम हो गया, sorry Tejas. So here this is called a single lightweight. So means lightweight in term of configuration, means lightweight in term of handling the task. Okay, any question till now? I hope I make you clear regarding date and time library, exception handling, multi-threading, any question that you want, and logging also I cover it. Logging means I will going to share you this what I can say the resources. Logging means nothing but having extra information, means that will give you detail about the metadata. Metadata means uh, metadata in the means like each instruction means what actually that instruction is, whether it is like warning, whether it is an error message, whether it is a code, executable code. So that is why, like this one, this is a debug message, info message, warning message. So when you write like this logging.debug, this logging will give you extra information, the metadata. Obviously you might be thinking like I'm getting the same thing what I'm printing here, right? You might be you can see here logging.info, logging.debug. This is a debug message. Okay, let me run this. This is a debug message, but why it is not printing? Because this is a metadata which is going to, once you run this, it will going to make other logging information executable. Means this line make help in running this further line, this 4 line, and this with this it is showing you the timing also. Okay, as I said you, it do not take our system time. It takes, I'm running in a Colab, but once you run on your local system, it you might see the timing of your system. So it changes from system to system. So we have seen logging, multi-threading, date, time, right? So I've covered almost almost means I cover most of the things. Like I have covered all the syllabus, but still if you have any question you can ask me. Performance measurement also I have shown you. Okay, now only this one is left. Command line argument. In command line argument, let me show you the code first.
Could you send me the resource, the real Python one?
Yes, I will share with you. Just give a minute. Let me check. Okay, in 3D object, I kept it on. Yeah, inside Tejas folder. Yeah. Let me show you what is a command line argument. Command line argument, in short, I say you can send it with your executable line only, whatever the argument you wanted to pass. Okay, let me show you the code. इसका मतलब क्या होता है कि जैसे आप पाइथन का कोड रन करते हैं, लाइक ओके, हाउ यू रन द पाइथन कोड, पाइथन नेम ऑफ फाइल, तो उस इंस्ट्रक्शन के साथ ही आप आर्गुमेंट पास कर सकते हो कि लाइक हाउ मेनी आर्गुमेंट यू वांट टू पास. फॉर दैट व्हाट you need to call system library. In that system library you need to pass argument v, means variable number of argument you need to work on that code. Okay, I will going to show you multiple example, not a single one. और ये कैसे वर्क करता है वो भी सिखाऊंगा. Like you can see here, import system dot argument one means here, let me run this and show you. So उसके लिए आपको command prompt में जाइए, then you type, you go to the path where you have a file, then name of file, sorry, folder. Inside that folder you pass the file add.py. अब इस इंस्ट्रक्शन पे ही आप आर्गुमेंट पास कर सकते हो, इंस्टेड ऑफ passing on the screen or like a console. You can pass it here only. You can see addition is 3. How I did this, you can check it here. Import system. This system will going to accept integer input system dot argument v, which is variable argument. 1 means you are passing it here. In Java, string argument args, we write public static void main and string argument. What is that? That is also for accepting the command line argument in the form of array. So here also you are passing in the form of array the first value, second value, you will going to do the sum operation, you will going to print it. Similarly, you just run once again. I am changing to 6 and 7. So this 6 will be going to assign to this x, this the first parameter, and 7 will be going to assign to your second parameter. See this. Is it clear to you? Is it clear to you?
Yeah.
Similarly, this command line file, okay, let me show you this one also. Matlab, in short, you can pass your argument in the instruction only while running that. And what you require for this, you just require system library and this system dot argument v, which is stand for a variable number of argument you are accepting, that is first argument this one, second argument this one, then you just write x plus y. If you want to change, you can change it to x into y also and save it here and then rerun it. Instead of this, let's take 4 and 5. See, it is printing 20. Now I'm running another file, which is my this one. This file here, what I'm doing, I'm first printing the number of argument I accepted. Okay, and then I will going to print this argument. You can see here, this line will going to tell you how many number of argument you are accepting based on this length function system dot argument, and then it is going to print those argument. How I'll do that? See, Python name of file, let's take a b c d. Oh, sorry. Okay, I think it is not in this part. Is it not file? Okay, sorry. I have not added .py. See, it is showing one argument. Why? Because I have not passed anything here. So it's taking empty as a single argument. But in case if I pass here, okay, this .py, a, d, c, v, you can see 6 argument. Why it's taking 6 argument? It's including the space also. This it's space as well as this name of the file. Okay, so you can see the name of file is one of the argument. Why it's taking that? Because here I am added string dot system dot argument. So this, the name of file is accepting as one argument, and then whatever you pass it. So this is way you can process your input in the instruction only. You can pass your input on the same line of the code. And as I said you, this file name is accepting as an argument, and then whatever you are passing here. Now if you change it, instead of this you pass only 2, it will going to show you 3, because it is accepting space, and or it can be accepting the file name. So it is accepting 3 because right now it is accepting the file name. You can try with a space also, and you can try with a different operation. If you want to work with array, if you want to work with the list, you can also do it here. So this is called command line argument, means that input that you are accepting with the command, while running the code on the executable instruction itself. Okay, is it clear to you?
Yes.
So like this we have completed this topic. But still I will say you, if you need anything that you might not clear, you want to ask me, please feel free to ask. Okay, I will conduct the session and I will make you understand. Okay.
Okay.
So what
Yeah.
I'm doing, like I'm sending you the message on the Trello to both of you that we are done with the course, and please confirm it. Okay, once you receive it, ma'am, you also. And in case you go through it, take your time, 1 or 2 days. If you have any doubt on any topic, just ping me. So in weekend, because in weekdays I have a classes, so it won't be possible. But in weekend I will conduct a session and I will explain you. And regarding Tejas, your what is the next step? I will talk to the sir today, and if possible, we will probably shift you in the data science classes that currently going on with Arush and Sonita ma'am in that class itself. Okay.
And about competitive programming?
Competitive programming, we will see for your other timing. Maybe I will going to take, or some other person will going to take. That's I need to check with him. Means, sir, do you want okay. So I'm sending the confirmation message on the Trello. Will you confirm it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay then. So uh, we will meet for your Tejas. I will talk to the sir and we schedule a class. And ma'am, just go through this whatever I covered. I will going to share the code also by today. Have a look on this code, and if you have any doubt in multi-threading, any of the topic, let me know.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay then. So bye. Take care and be in touch. Like okay, in case if you have any doubts, anything, please ping on the Trello.